Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for today's webinar, R&D Tax Incentive, Get Your Share. We've got our excellent presenter here ready to go, Kris Gale from Michael Johnson Associates. Just a quick note before we start. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, please just enter them into the questions box and we'll make sure we answer all your questions at the end of the presentation. And we will be recording this webinar, so it'll be available online within the next week or so post today. Alright, so just a brief introduction to who we are. So the Export Council of Australia is the peak industry body that looks after the international trade community. It's owned by its members and steered by a board and a council of industry specialists. The ECA is a not-for-profit organisation that aims to equip Australian businesses with the skills and capability required. We make representation to government on behalf of exporters to key decision makers. We undergo extensive research to identify and quantify the issues affecting the international trade community. We interface with and provide support to sector-specific associations and councils, and we deliver a range of activities that provide a forum for the exchange of ideas and knowledge, as well as events that reward excellence in export. So that's a brief introduction in case you're not aware of who we are. Now let me introduce you briefly to Michael Johnson Associates. MJA specialises in helping Australian companies obtain maximum value from R&D tax incentives and other government support for innovation. MJA are recognised as experts in this field with a proven track record over more than 25 years of working with companies to identify eligible R&D and commercialisation activities, prepare and maximise legitimate claims, manage and compliance reviews and audits, and develop grant strategies and prepare grant applications. So Kris is obviously the managing partner of MJA and is very well qualified to speak on these topics. So he joined MJA in 1987 and became partner in 1989. So Kris has more than 27 years worth of experience in providing advice on federal government programs that support innovation, making him one of the most experienced people in this area. So Kris is also a founding member of the federal government's R&D Tax Incentive National Reference Group. So that's quite an experienced speaker we have today, and we hope that you get a lot out of this presentation. And as I mentioned, please feel free to ask any questions and we'll get to them at the end. So I'll hand over to Kris and let him go from here. Thank you.